Hello everyone, it's Thomas Ultimate 1213 here, back for another Thomas and Friends video, and today I am doing something I wasn't planning on doing. Recently I got a comment on the video advertising my Q&A, which I'm still going to be doing, asking about Trackmaster, if I am a fan of Trackmaster. And yes, I am, and I decided before my Q&A to show my collection. Here I have just a huge bin of Trackmaster. This is just the trains. I'm going to be showing you guys this whole bin of Trackmaster stuff and showing you what I have. So let's get into it. With this first item, we have the boxcar for the jet engine, I believe. I have the jet engine, but not the Thomas that goes with it, but yeah, I guess a good way to start it off. Mildly interesting item. Interesting, it has silver buffers. Not sure if it has that in the show, but yeah, it's a really weird cargo car. Next one we have is this Mattel box car from when they took over Trackmaster. They started introducing stuff like this. I'm not sure which. I think this came with the Thomas, one of the Thomases that I have, because I got it at a thrift store, and I think it came with a Mattel Thomas, so I'm guessing that's where this one came from. Yeah, it's an okay. I think these still are nice compared to what we're getting now. It'd be cool to have like sort of a face on it, but it's sort of not in the show anymore. But still, it's a nice box car, and it's better than, well, what we're getting now. Next, we have Spencer's Tender. Yes, this is backwards. It's because he kept falling out. This is from the one that I switched the motor on from that Tomy video. I think you'd remember from a while back. Well, not a while back, but it's from, I'd say a month or two ago. Yeah, it's very nice sort of, not chrome, bronze buffers. It's one of the things that I like. You got the nice painted buffers with these models, but speaking of painted buffers, we'll get to a character that doesn't have them. Clarabelle. Here is Clarabelle, and there's some clay. That's not blood. Clay and paint on the coupling. This is my very first one I got as a child, and probably my first piece of Thomas merchandise. And as you see, there's a lot of people who I think had the same set I did and say it's their first set. So I guess this is a common model that people have, and I love that classic face. And there's Clarabelle in her large size, something that you probably will never see in the new range again. And windows, which is something very odd now, probably for merchandise today. Kids are going to look at this and say, wow, it has windows that you can look through. That's what I actually really liked about the models. I always thought the poles that screwed it together were like sort of, well, posts that they'd have in supports, sort of. I thought it was a real thing, and I thought since it was so dark usually in it, it'd be like, oh, there'd be seats in there as well. I thought it was ultra detailed, but I was wrong, I guess. But now we have something else. We have the Talking Percy. I got this at a thrift store as well. I don't really buy a lot of Trackmaster stuff in stores. I'm probably going to get the Mike and Rex, the Mike and Ryan models, because those are still sold here, and those actually look nice. But this one I took the batteries out of, but it works, and it's a very nice model. I think it's actually very cool how they have the sensor, so you don't pick it up and the wheels start moving and it gets caught in someone's hair. But it's still a very nice model, and I think it's, I think they made some new ones like this, but this is actually very nice. I think the coal car is pretty cool. I think they should have put they should have put this sound thing here, because look, that's perfect space for a face. Like, you could put a sticker on there. I think lost potential. But here's another one. We have my very first Percy model. I got this in one of those packs where it had like the model, and then it had like 3 pieces of like track. It was one of the shorter pieces, like one about the size of a model. And yeah, that was pretty cool. Here's Percy, and there's his lovely original Tomy face. As you can see, mine is quite worn, but I like him that way because that's like, guess it shows that it's been well loved, and I sort of ripped that off from Leokim video. But yeah, it's another favorite of mine, and sure to be one of my top favorite Thomas items I own. Next one we have is one from a recent video I did that I previously mentioned. This is the Donald from the Tomy Motor Switch video I did. Yeah, this one was purchased at a not a garage sale, a flea market. And I think, I don't think I said this in the video, but I think the reason why these didn't work was because the previous owner, like, they all looked like they were covered in mud, so I'm guessing that these were never actually had batteries put into them, and they were just played with in dirt and stuff, because I got an Emily's Tender, and it was all dirty and stuff. I was going to buy Hero 2 from this person, but I decided not to. Yeah, and it still works. Almost all the models, the Percy doesn't, but I'll basically note if the model's not working, but yeah, it's in bad condition, but I really like the model. This is a Hit Toy Company model. I think everything I showed you is, Spencer's Tender is a Hit Toy Company model, but yeah. Everything else is Tomy or Mattel, but here's something that I just keep in the Trackmaster bin because it fits on the track and sort of works with the models. And I got it with some Trackmaster, but it is a Mega Block Scruff, and I think this is actually a very nice model. Yeah, it comes apart, as you would expect, of course. I actually think the Mega Blocks line is actually an improvement from the Duplo line, but it's still a very nice model. I like the face. The faces are actually fantastic. These have some of the best Thomas faces for the CGI series. But, yeah, it's a very nice model. It actually looks very good besides Trackmaster because the actual Trackmaster model is stretched out of proportion to fit the motor, so this one's actually a very nice replacement of sorts. Next one we have is a Trackmaster Thomas from my childhood. Well, the main body is the one from my childhood, and this one is from another model. Is from one I got from a thrift store. Sadly, the motor does not work. It's absolute garbage. I don't know why. I'm having specific trouble of trying to find a Thomas that works. But still pretty cool to have. And you'll see why I use this motor bottom for him instead of the original. And you'll see that in later into the video. But next one we have is a Trackmaster Percy from Mattel. This one I got, this was more of an impulse buy. It's one of the last ones I actually bought new. It was at a grocery store and they had him for 50% off. So I decided, let's get one. Mine is broken. Well, let's just say buying it at the cash was an extremely embarrassing experience, but very happy to have this. And it actually uses the original Tomy mold for the face. It's a very nice model. I like it. The wheels have holes in them, but I don't really care about that. People made such a big issue out of it. And we were complaining about good stuff, and look what we get now. I'll put this Percy to the side and take out the next model. We have Bulstrode and the extremely weird Tomy Bulstrode. It's a nice representation. The face is pretty good, but just the model is too small. Can't really hold that much, like, in here. I guess you can say it's a load of Bulstrode, ha ha ha. Still very nice model. It actually looks very good around Ertl models, and it can sort of fit a model, an Ertl model, in the cab. Like, you can put it sort of like a take-along model and like that. But it's still a nice model. Good representation of Bulstrode, but it doesn't look that great beside Tomy items. Next we have here is Caroline the car. And that's all I have to say about it. It has a sticker on the top for Edward. Just try to get that to focus, and it won't focus. But still a nice model. I actually like Caroline. I just like how the design of it's sort of like a really weird one-off character, and how they used, it's really weird how they used Railway Series art, like how they had the eyes up there. I think it would look better with the eyes there, but still pretty cool model. Yeah. I don't have a lot to say about the Trackmasters because Trackmasters I don't really collect too much, but and I don't they're not my favorite Thomas line. Well, some of this, for nostalgia purposes, it is, but yeah, here is the I'll I'll look at this model in two parts because then it'll make more sense for you. Here is a Trackmaster Emily. This is a Hit Toy Company. I got this part at a flea market separate from the tender. These were both parts, oddly, were purchased from a flea market. This was purchased by a guy, and a really jackass guy, excuse my language, who purchases toys from thrift stores and then resells them at flea markets. And I think I paid, it was his wife there, so I don't know if that changed the price, but she gave me $5 for Emily and Annie, and an Annie coach and a orange flatbed. And I'm not sure if the orange flatbed's in there. It might be somewhere else, but yeah, she gave me that, and I got it. And I have to say, it's a very nice model, and I always wondered if I'd ever find the tender. Well, then at another time at the flea market, I did find the tender, and it was purchased from the same guy I bought Donald from, and yeah, even when it's off, it's locked in place. I can't really move. I don't have another as you can see, that's absolute hell. I tried to remove the rust, but I don't think this is going to be fixed. I'm probably just going to have to wait till a single one comes on eBay, but it's probably going to be like $10, so I'll just cross my fingers and hope a cheap one comes soon. Next item we have is a Percy made by Mattel that I purchased at a thrift store. This came in a bag with a circle track. I think it was the Percy's mail route or something like that, and came with a special cargo car that you put the mail in. Yeah, it's just an oval of track, and it comes with a little mail station. And the Mega Bloks Scruff came in it, and I have Percy as well. And interesting looking model. Not too much a fan of the CGI faces on these models. They don't look the best, but still nice model. Has the horrid holes in the wheels, but I don't really mind it. Next we have Diesel 10 with one of my favorite models, and I think I'm gonna stop and make a part 2 because I don't think I might have enough space to record this, but this was the, I think, last Trackmaster model I actually bought in a store new. I mean, this toy has been to hell and back, and you can see just, oh, and the motor's dead. Oh, you can just see just how slow and how quiet it is, because this model has, I ran this model hard, and I'd always start it up and hold it and drag it back while it was going, so it'd be like that. Yeah, it used to like still move like that, but I sort of screwed it up. I painted it all. I tried to sand it down to make more like the model from the show, and then I repainted it with whiteout. I outlined the top with Sharpie. The only thing I actually did that I liked is I colored inside Pinchy. Yeah, you can see I tried to make it look cool, but I actually made it look like a bit garbagey. But I still think it looks, it's sort of the things you do to make it look more like the character. I'm hoping maybe to just get another model. I know they sell the CGI model on eBay and just switch the tops of them, but still, it's a very nice model. And yeah, probably one of my favorite Tomy or Trackmaster models I own. And with that, I am going to stop the video, and I'm going to maybe tomorrow start filming part 2, where I show the rest of the box, and I still have a ton to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more videos like this, and even if you don't want to, there probably will be a part 2. Leave a like on the video, and this is Thomas Ultimate 1213 signing off and saying thanks for watching and bye for now.